Therapeutic Use of Self by Kimberly Creel, May 4th, 2013. Once upon a time, there was a fat-headed 18-year-old with too many thoughts running through it. Academically, there wasn't any certain area that outweighed the others. Normally, this would be happy news, but where does that lead as far as a college major goes? So, I got good grades and I was a member, of the varsity teams at school and played soccer and basketball, softball, I ran track. So where does that leave me as far as college goes? Doctor, lawyer, engineer, computer technician, accounting, and the list goes on, says Mom and Dad. So there I sat. I like math and computer technology. I get good grades in science and English too. So I went to my guitar to clear my head. Excuse me, my fat head. Then I looked past the academics. I looked at the player that always got in trouble during warm-ups for grooving to her iPod, was creating music animations to her computer, and experiencing with sounds in all possible ways. So where does this leave me? Music technology at Capital University with a spot on the soccer roster. But I get cold feet when May comes around, so I end up going to Ohio State University and studying math, and then I'm going back to my guitar, which is my drawing board for what I want to do in life. That guitar worked miracles because it made me decide to go to Cleveland State University to discover music still, but music therapy. But what's not in the brochure is really by studying music therapy, I'm studying to be a superhero. Yes, I said a superhero. Superhero and music therapy is one and the same. And with some help from a couple of fellow superheroes, I'll explain why it is that I am a superhero. It's because I'm awesome. Just kidding. Here we go! So I didn't get bit by a magical bug or drink some magic potion, so I'll explain it to you some help from my friends and powers. Batman and we go way back. But frankly, he's been getting a little jealous. When you look up in the sky, you don't see a bat, but instead, that's right, you see, a referral. My powers are needed and Batman has time to shop, so off to referral, time for assessment, which this gives Batman time to go to Walmart and save the economic part of the world. So assessment begins. So we got the Kames model. What are their motor skills? Where are they cognitively? How do we know? Well, this is easy. Music therapists, you see, have X-ray vision. So it makes it so we have heightened senses and, can hear all these little details. And P.S., that's not an elephant. But the explanation does not stop there at how, I am a superhero. Yep, let me write it. How I am a superhero. Fathead. Okay, so the next portion of why I'm a superhero is my knowledge. So just call me Splinter, the genius and fearless mentor of the Ninja Turtles. Am I going to do therapeutic instrumental music performance or therapeutic singing or guided imagery through music? I have the super knowledge, but my powers do not stop there, my friends. No, it does not. Yes, knowledge is key. Super knowledge. Yeah. With this super knowledge, I'm also like John Smith. I'm like John Smith because, and yes, he's a superhero, because music therapists have to stay open-minded. You have to be open to what, the patient needs. And the next one is Tony Stark. Why am I heroic like Tony Stark? Because I'm inventive. Whether it be boom whackers or piano or guitar or an auto harp, music therapists have to think on their feet and be able to be inventive and think of different kinds of interventions and approaches. Evidently, I drew. Good times here on the chalkboard. Alright, so the next reason I'm a superhero is Captain Planet, because we work with a multidisciplinary team. So you have nurses and occupational therapists and speech therapists and physical therapists, and the only thing missing is not Batman. The only thing missing is that little monkey that the foreign kid had, but they're still cool. But the next thing is I have all this power. What do I do with it? This is insane. So I'm like Spider-Man. What? Suddenly I'm awesome. So what brings me next is good old Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility, which you'll hear like 5,000 times in the movies, but that's besides the point. How this equals music therapy is because of progress notes and following the code of ethics and being professional and, not just swinging around and flinging webs, because that's not very productive, I'd imagine. But the next superheroes I'm going to bring in is the Ninja Turtles, because being a student music therapist or music therapist, you have to work with others and you have to have a balance between work and play, which I'm currently working on. So, this leaves me, how am I a student music therapist? No, I don't have a cool monkey, but I do help patients enrich and improve the quality of life, which is a superhero in my book, and that's how I'm therapeutic.